Hey guys, Brittany here from Pennies and Pearls. I'm here working on my budget. I thought I'd do a little budget update for you guys. If you're new to this channel, I do a budget update every single month. I share the exact numbers that our family is spending and taking in every single month. I share it because I think that it would be helpful for a family that's trying to figure things out to actually see real numbers. Nothing hypothetical, everything is totally real. So if you guys want to see how our family has figured out how to live on one income, in one of the most expensive cities in the country, and how your family can do it too, then you're gonna want to stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. As always, this is real life over here, you guys. Sitting here at my table with my computer and loads of laundry that need to be folded. It's clean, so I mean, that's good, right? To kind of fill you in, if you're new to this channel, our family is a one-income family. I do have a little bit of income coming from Pennies into Pearls, but it's nothing really significant, and all of that money goes into savings at this time. And what I plan to do in the future is, as I get a better system in place, I want to share with you guys how you can do the same thing to bring in a side income for your own family, because that is really what has taken us to the next level. Number one was our cash budget. Number two is meal planning, and that is what's been able to get us on this budgeting system. So make sure to check out all the links down below. Make sure to check out the iCard above, all of those things, so that way that gives you a little bit more of a backstory on how to set up your own budget. You can get a completely free template, one just like this Excel spreadsheet that I'm going to show you guys, but totally blank, so you guys can fill in your own numbers, your own bills, all that stuff. And I also have a free printable version of it for you guys if you would rather do it on pen and paper. So there's all of that. Check out the links down below. Let's jump into the computer and I'm going to show you guys all the real numbers to our family finances. Okay guys, I thought what we do today is kind of start on the savings page, because that is the spot where a lot of our budget is focusing. We're just trying to figure out how to get as much cash over to our house savings as possible. That way we can have enough money in savings for a down payment on a house, and then also for closing costs on a house. I've been doing budget updates on, I've been doing house hunting updates on my Instagram stories, so make sure that you're following me there for all of our in real life frugal living. But also I'm going to start uploading some house hunt updates for you guys here on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. I already have one up for you guys, and kind of our plan on how to find a house in such an expensive city on a one-income budget. And it's not even an amazing budget, you guys. We do not make a ton of money. We are very middle income, lower middle income families. So anyways, you guys can make it work. You can do it. So let me show you guys what we did in the month of July. So July actually worked out to be a three paycheck month, because my husband gets paid every other week. Depending on the way that the Fridays fall, sometimes we get paid 3 times a month, usually about twice a year that happens. So that is what happened here. But that paycheck, our third paycheck, actually isn't coming in until Friday, but I wanted to get this budget update recorded before I go on vacation. Let's just be honest. I'm recording it, and I'll show you guys kind of my predictions on what we're going to be doing with that third paycheck, because we base our budget completely off of 2 paychecks. So pretty much we have the entire third paycheck of the month to just do whatever we want with it, kind of. So I'll explain that a little bit more in a second. So for the month of July, the first paycheck we were able to put $350 into house savings, and then our normal $60 into kids accounts. And then our second paycheck of the month, we were able to put $1,100 into house savings and $60 from kids account. Now hubby hasn't been able to find any overtime gigs this past 2 months actually. So what we've been doing is pulling more money out of Pennies into Pearls than we had planned, which isn't a big deal. Because really I'm at the point now where I have my set budget, and then any money that I make over that, I'm going to bring home just to put into savings, especially now as we're trying to build our house savings as quick as possible so we can take advantage of any amazing deal that we can find. So that's where that extra money is coming from. Now, don't forget we have all of our savings goals up here. For now, we have our emergency fund right here. But our goal is to have $9,000 in closing costs set aside, which we do have. These aren't completely updated, which we do have. We have that. Oh, we have over $9,000 to saved now for our house savings. But in addition to that, we need to have 3.5% down off of our $350,000 expected mortgage loan. So that's going to be about an additional $1,200 to $1,300. So that's our next hurdle, is to get to that point. And then if we have the time or the means, we would love to send an additional $2,000 as like a home emergency fund. So this emergency fund, that way that can be complete emergency. If we're like stranded in the middle of nowhere, we don't need to rely on credit cards. We'll have that cash ready to go. And we don't have to dip into it for any house emergencies. So if water leaks, you know, I don't know. I'm not a homeowner quite yet, but we'd love to have that. And then once we reach that goal, then we'll move up to the 3 months of expenses. And I'll have to update that number once we actually have our mortgage, because it's going to be higher than our rent. So that number will probably go up once we actually buy a house. So anyways, let's move over to what our budget over here looks like. I walk through this every single month. Check out the links down below on how to start a budget. On that video, you guys will see exactly me walking through, okay, how do we set up our budget? Why do I have tithing on here twice? Why do we have kids account on here twice? Credit card twice? Things like that. And then I'm also going to show you guys the exact breakdown of how much we budget for each of those categories. I also show you what we categorize for our cash spending, because we do have a cash spending budget. But it's not for everything. Pretty much anything that we go into a store to purchase, we use cash. But we do take advantage of some credit card rewards for whenever we purchase gas for our cars. And then we pay all of our bills online, so that obviously is not cash as well. But this is what's going to be most important for this month's budget update, is that we break our budget down into 2 paychecks. You guys could do the same thing if you get paid once a month, if you get paid every 3 weeks. It doesn't matter if you get paid on the 5th and the 15th. Watch that How to Start a Budget, That Won't Fail video, and I will teach you guys how to set up your budget based on exactly how your family gets paid, how just to make it a lot easier for you guys so you will actually be able to stick to it. So go check out that video. So since we base ours, like I said, off of 2 paychecks, when that 3rd paycheck comes around, that glorious day, we have some extra cash. Take a look down here. So this is kind of like my my projection for the next paycheck. Hubby's take-home pay. Now that's after insurance has been taken out and taxes have been taken out, all that stuff. Usually the number that comes into our bank account is around $2,200 to $2,300. So that's what I'm basing this off of. Now we talked, and I think that it would be good that if we pulled out $600 to get just a little bit further ahead. We're already 1 month ahead, but I just felt like it might be a good idea to get a little bit further ahead in our rent savings. So we're going to pull out $600 just because that's half of a month's rent for us, because we pay $1,200 a month for rent. I get a lot of comments that are like, where in San Diego do you live for only $600 a month? I wish I could get that. And I'm like, well, maybe you weren't quite paying attention, because $1,200, which is still an amazing deal. Feeling 100% blessed, and we are grateful every single day that we get to live here. And then tithing, of course, we pay 10%. I just did an Instagram story all about tithing, and I asked you guys what your questions were, and I answered those. So go ahead and DM me on Instagram if you have any more questions about tithing, why we do it, what it is, that kind of thing. But that's what we pay towards our church. Still going to put money into kids' savings account, $225 for gas, because we're going to be doing a lot more traveling and driving this next month. I thought we'd put a little bit more into our gas. Netflix, that bill will be coming out. So there's the total for just these right here, $1,127. So we're still going to have about $1,000 unaccounted for. So what we will do now, and you guys can do this anytime that you have the unexpected income, which hopefully you guys do have. And if you find yourself and you're setting your budget and you think you've gotten your budget down and to as minimal expenses as possible, really what you can do then is, I always say, look at your meal planning. Meal planning is where you can save a ton of money, but if you've already whittled it down as quite as low as you really think you can go, it's time to start looking at side hustles and what can you do to change your income. Do you need to start looking for a new job? Do you need to do education to be able to promote to the next level? Things like that. If you'd be interested in hearing a video more about how to kind of change your financial situation, let me know down in the comments and I'd be happy to do that for you guys. So, but my point is that sometimes if you get like birthday money or you get an unexpected tax refund, things like that, sometimes we are blessed with unexpected income. So here's kind of an idea on how to manage that. So I set aside all these things. Now because these bills over here are already going to be taken care of. They're already done for this month. We're already one step ahead. I have a video on how to get ahead of your bills. Check the links down below. We kind of get to choose what we want to do now. So we'll probably put a big chunk of it into savings. We still need a little bit more cash for our budget for Costa Rica, which we'll be doing in just a week or two. We'll probably need to pull a little bit out of for that. I'd like to build up our medical and dental savings a little bit more. We've depleted it the last couple dental visits, so that might be good to replenish. And then we need to get a system down for kind of building up our vacation fund for next year. And not that we have any extravagant vacations planned for next year, but we would like to go and travel and visit family in like Utah and Idaho and Northern California. And that costs money. Even road trips cost money. They're not quite as expensive as a trip to Costa Rica, but there's still things that we want to do. Maybe go visit Utah in the snow in the wintertime, things like that. So hubby and I will break that down. And if you guys are interested, I can share that breakdown with you guys on my Instagram stories once we actually have that done. So there you guys have it. Make sure to push pause at any place where you want to actually look at the actual number breakdown. Nothing has changed as far as the numbers go for this month, so they're all the same as last month. We haven't moved any bills around. Next month our cell phone bill should be going down. And then our car insurance went up last month, so go check out last month's budget update if you're interested to see a more in-depth breakdown of the numbers, but nothing's quite changed. Just the major updates would be that we had that third paycheck come in this month, so that's a huge blessing for our family. So let me know any questions you guys have as far as setting up a budget for your family. Having a budget isn't restrictive. What it is it's teaching, it's you telling your money where to go. And not having a budget, I've had so many people say like, well, I don't have any money, there's no point in having a budget. And I just, whether you have $0 or $1 million, everybody needs a budget. You need to tell your money where to go rather than scurrying around and chasing your money out of your bank account. So it's such a relief. It's a huge stress saver. Trust me, just start a budget. Start simple. Follow that video on how to start a budget. That's actually going to work for you, how to get it customized for you and your specific circumstances. Hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if it was. And if you're new, to hit that subscribe button, because this is where I talk all about finance, food, and fun. Today's video is all about finance, but check out all my most recent videos and all the playlists to see what types of videos I do on this channel. Thanks you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!